We're doing the GT race, and that's a warm-up for the whole team to work together. It's not a points race for us, but we're going to have a whole lot of fun. Like a friend of mine said, I've watched the video, therefore I know the track, which is a statement of sheer idiocy, but it looks incredibly challenging.
Just getting more confidence, that's what it's all about. I mean, just hanging it out there, just knowing what the car will do and what it won't do. You just got to find the limit of the car and get as close to it as we possibly can. So that's what we're trying to do. These are GT cars from the British series, and I think we're on pace. So, let's keep our fingers crossed, keep doing what we're doing, and I think we got a good shot at Oulton.
You always get some jitters at the start of a race, but it was clean, it was safe. Got into third, right away, just slotted into my position, so I was pretty happy with that. It wasn't a boring race because I had my teammate pushing quite hard behind me the whole time, and I was pretty close to the car in front of me.
First start in a sedan, and that was a bit interesting, especially with the aggressive European drivers. So essentially I started just going and people were banging into me right out of the gate. I mean, immediately I was getting hit by people going into the turn. So I just held my ground, but I lost some spots. I just didn't let them shove me off the track. And I left the door open a little bit going into the Shell's corner for another guy, which in open wheel racing you can't get that close. So I was leaving some space, and that was my mistake. So I learned a big lesson. I lost 3 spots, fought back hard, got some of them back, but big learning in the start.
We have a full tank of fuel for the start and brand new tires, so that driver has to get used to how the car is behaving slightly differently under all that weight. And then the second driver jumps on with second-hand tires that don't behave as well as you'd like to. And I made a little adjustment on the brake bias to get the thing balanced better going into these corners, and it behaved extremely well. The car was nice. We settled down in the latter half. It was way too late, but the latter half of the race I settled down on my stint.
Well, we obviously had to have a 30-second penalty added on to our normal pit stop.
Why is that?
So they've judged that Zach and I are at a performance lap time advantage. Round here it actually is a bigger penalty than that because it's so hard to pass, it's so tight, it's so twisted. So the 2 Ferraris were fighting, which helped a bit, so I passed the red one fairly comfortably. The black one, he was defending hard but fair. He wasn't giving me any room. I thought when I got onto the back of him, I would try and pass him straight away so he didn't see where I was strong or not. He didn't give me an awful lot of room, but he gave me enough. But it was pure dust and rubber and everything on the dirty side of the track, so I went straight onto the chicane, which I gained an advantage, so I had to let him through. But because both Ferraris are so close, I let both through, so I had to do it again then, start again.
Number 10, Tom Terrier behind him.
Both driving drivers up to that super move by Richard Dean. It's starting to steer lead. Kind of slows you down. I think Joe Oulton a bit slow. Coming out of steer lead. That's one of the three. There's still a lot happening. And the Joe Oulton this time, where the signal is here. Right, from 10-11. Over the line comes number 2 Ferrari. That's only 5 for him. Cunilli's not going to get up the hill. No hill for Cunilli.
We finished 4th, very happy about that. Car ran very well. Teammate, as expected, did a great job. Team did a very good job. A bit disappointed they stuck us with a penalty before the start of the race, so I think we would have definitely been on the podium, if not challenging for the win. And second car coming home in 8th is great, so everything's in one piece so far, and that's what we want.
I was in a Ferrari sandwich, and the Ferrari that I was stuck behind didn't really make a mistake, at all. So it was very difficult to pass. It's so narrow around here. I'd passed him in the first race, so I'd shown him where we were strong, and he was looking for it, and he defended. He drove fairly and well.
Mark did a great job. He was winning with the fast group, but he brought it in around, it might have been 9th actually. And I got the car and I just drove the wheels off of it. It was really fun because it's the first time I've gotten in a car that had hot tires. So you could just go out on your hot lap and just go as fast as you could go. It was open space for me for a while, so I could just run my own race and like I said, chase people down. But, you know, the engineer is telling me what's going on, what's my pace, how am I closing, and that's motivating when he tells you, oh, you're the fastest guy on the track right now.
What a great weekend. It's everything that we'd hoped for, to bring 2 cars home in the top 5. I felt great. Dino gave me a good car. The team really gelled. So we accomplished everything we wanted to at the weekend, which was to learn, and we've done that. And now we're ready for the start of the FIA GT season.